by to chill with me. I feel like this moving vlog is supposed to be a little bit more epic because it is the last one. And even though this is the last moving vlog for now because Joe and I have to move again, I feel like it's still the end of a chapter in my life that was filled with some of the hardest times as well as some of the funnest and brightest and the most inspiring of times. And because this is the end of this chapter, of course I'm reflecting and I have footage to see what has happened. I have these memories and photos, but I don't think that they hold the gravity of actually what happened in relationship to so many otherworldly things going on. So Joe and I got married in 2018, summer 2018. And after our wedding, we bought a new car, and I believe that we also paid off all our debt from our wedding. And I feel like in 2019, the big idea that we wanted was to buy land and have a house and leave the city, even if it was to go to upstate New York. I started my master's program in 2019, which made actually going to find houses and land more difficult in the areas that we were thinking, especially in upstate New York, because we would have to drive out there for the weekend and I was so busy with schoolwork and with lesson planning. And if you don't know, my master's degree is in secondary Spanish education. And because I was studying teaching, part of my master's program was that I was working at a New York City public school for 2 years, and I had to do them at the same time. If you ever talk to a teacher about their first year of teaching, they'll most likely tell you that it sucked and it was the worst. And I felt like my first year was so bad. And maybe the situation was actually bad, but it did cause a lot of mental trauma. But long story short, I feel like it basically unleashed an anxiety that I never knew I had. And that year, I didn't feel like myself. It fucking sucked. And after Christmas break, I remember I was gonna come back really strong. There was something going on at work that Anyways, we come back after winter break 2020 and lo and behold, COVID hits. So I finished the rest of my first year in my master's program teaching online as well as getting my master's online. Because we were all online, I think Joe and I started getting the idea that we don't have to live in New York State anymore. We found land and just bought it. Just like that, just bought land. And then this idea started becoming a reality that we could get excited for, that we could actually do. So finishing my second year of my master's, while planning to move to Florida, I realized I kind of had a second chance. That if teaching was so bad for me mentally, I'm telling you, my mental health was terrible. If I were to have my master's, I could at least try to find a job when I got to Florida. Or I could spend this time learning how to do something else and trying to get better at that. And hopefully that could be a skill that could make money. And I feel like that's something that I'm not talking about, is that I used to work and now I don't. So if you're catching on, I just did a lot of expensive things in a short amount of time. I bought land to build a house on, to move across the country to, that I'm leaving a job for. And here we are half a year later where I left my job. Your girl is out here with no job. And we are coming to that point in my move where if I had a job, that would be really nice. And something that I had to deal with after my master's program was the idea that I wasn't even good at the skill that I sought out for. And I'm still working through it. It's this part of me that believes that I chose a career path that I wasn't even good at. And I thought I was gonna be good at. I spent all of this time and now I'm here and I have no marketable skills. And that idea that I failed. That still is inside of me, but it's very interesting how as time has passed, I'm learning to let that go and forgive myself and just not see it as a big mistake in my life. It really wasn't. But whatever thoughts and behaviors that I have already obtained, I am just trying to rewrite and have a better relationship with, and hopefully one day I will let it go. I do feel stronger though, because I realize that in order to get over that, I have to move through that. I have to prove that I can get through difficult things because I've already done it before. And I did it once and I kind of failed at it. But that was just practice round, and I'm ready to go for a round 2. And yeah, I just want to make sure that throughout those vlogs, what really happened that was more significant than really silly cutesy videos, I think is how far I've come. In terms of anxiety, in terms of just leveling up in life, in terms of myself and growing into myself and who I am, that is also in those videos. So that is the end of the moving vlog series. If you have supported me through this chapter, thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. And if we've connected over this time, thank you guys so much for reaching out, and thank you guys for engaging with the channel. I feel like this is a weird way to say I need to figure my shit out, but I always do. I always do. I can do it. As always, thank you guys so very much wherever you are, and I am always out there wishing you the best. See you in the next one. Bye! Okay, and do you have a timeline for that? Fucking bitch! I hate you. No! I don't wanna hug you on camera! No, no, no! Okay. What the heck, Joe?